Right. My friends, I need to stop procrastinating. I've been procrastinating all morning. Enough. We need to start this episode and we need to do some building and some planning. We're working with librarians. I'm gonna hate it, but we're gonna be soaked it out by the end of it. All of the tools, all of the armor. It will be fantastic. So what have I been doing? What have I been doing to procrastinate? Let's procrastinate a little bit more, and I'll show you what I did to procrastinate. First off, you saw the time lapse. Now that wasn't really procrastinating. That was us getting prepared for this episode, prepping an area. But I've also laid in a bit of a road here that links around the back of our crop patty things all the way to where this bridge next to our windmill potato carrot farm thing connects back up. So we can now navigate around this way, which is perfect. I've also added this field right here, which is a wheat patty, because all of the mud, I'm going to need to collect a lot of wheat. Probably often. Might be worth a farm in a couple of episodes, maybe. I also spent a stupidly long time harvesting mangrove wood. This whole chest was full of mangrove roots, and then that's the wood I got from the same amount of roots. How do you get 3 times as much mangrove roots as you do mangrove wood? What? No, I hate collecting mangrove wood, but it is such a nice block. Also, you get so much mangrove roots, but they give you almost no bone meal. There were at least 3 rows of mangrove roots that I threw in here, and that's all I got. That is all I got. That's highway robbery. That's a ripoff right there. Over on the other side of the river, I've also added another wheat patty. I've actually added 2. There's a second one right behind that one that you can't really see from here. There it is. Yeah. That one took a surprisingly long time. I forgot how hard it was to add the original patties. Doing that height on this sheer cliff, kind of hard. The second to last thing that I did was come down here and I added probably about 8 to 10 more tunnels with diamond mining. Just some regular old strip mining. These are all prepped for future, but I did add a lot of these. Yeah, they're new. And from them, I got about 14 or 15 diamond ore. I can't exactly remember. And from that, I got this, which is actually a lot. That's more than 2 diamonds per ore, which is normal, right? I think it's 2.2 diamonds per ore using Fortune 3. Yeah, that I think is the ratio. Anyway, the last thing I did to procrastinate was to tell you what I did to procrastinate, because this gave me another 5 or so minutes. Yeah. Let's just get going, my friends. I need villagers, I need librarians and enchantments, because I am tired of having mediocre gear that doesn't have all of the enchantments I want on them, and that doesn't have mending. None of this has mending. And if I show you guys this chest, these are my main tools. I have made 3 fully enchanted shovels, 3 fully enchanted axes. I have a hoe. And I've got 3 fully enchanted pickaxes. The pickaxes are all basically dead at this point. Enough is enough. I need mending. That is the very first thing that we have to do in this episode. But of course, before I can get started, I have some actual work to do. This is not procrastinating, I swear. I don't have any gold for golden apples. So I really have to do this. I have to break all of this down. We're pillaring up, and then we're going to fortune it all down. Definitely necessary. I just couldn't do otherwise. That was needed. See? I wasn't lying to you. I had almost no gold. And obviously, I have to now smelt all of this because I can't use it otherwise. And, well, I can't get started until that's done. So I'm not procrastinating, you are. Jokes aside, momentarily, I did do a fair bit of work here. This is where I think we're going to build a giant ornate library where I want to have 20, 30 librarians, something obscene, that just have all of the enchantments that I could ever need. Why are you setting again? No. I just slept. Anyway, I did a lot of prep. It took me quite a while, and I liked this idea. Instead of trying to make the landscape look organic, I think if we build the building right up against here, it'll give us a nice opportunity to have multiple level entrances, which could be kind of cool. Now, with all of my gold smelted, I am fully aware that that is not going to get me 30 odd librarians that have been zombified a couple of times each. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back and mine some more, though instead of just going down into the deep slate mines over there, I'm thinking of going into the mesa, maybe a bit further to where the spider farm was, and seeing how I can best get some gold out of a mesa. Because technically, I believe, unless it's changed in 1.19 or 1.20, mesas have more gold ore than any other biome, I think. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Before I can do that though, even my fortune pickaxe is looking very much worse for wear. So I think we're gonna... Oh, I had to. And I have some potions. I'm gonna need a librarian. A mending librarian, to be specific. So with a handful of lecterns ready to go and a whole bunch of fresh villagers just bred up, I think we can start this process. Let's go ahead and grab one villager. Stop him right here. What are we looking like in terms of daylight hours? We've got a little bit. Now I need to spend a whole lot of time just converting this guy back and forth until I get mending. Because I have to get mending from him first. Don't shake your head at me, sir. Just become a librarian who gives me mending. Please. You're not listening to me. That's a good one though. But no, I need mending. Before anything else, it has to be mending. Finally, mending, and it's not even that expensive. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna buy that. And you, sir, are then ready to meet our little zombie over here. Yeah, that's gonna be absolutely fantastic. You're gonna have a great time. Say hi, tell him I sent you. All the wonderful things. No, let's flip that one. There you go, sir. Now, I don't think I want to waste my splash potion, so we're gonna do another one, and we're just gonna see what other good enchantment we can get out of one more. And then we'll do the two villagers simultaneously. This one I'm less fussy about. I got a lot of really good enchantments from this guy. Like efficiency 5s and things. It killed me not to take them. But it had to be mending. He just had to be mending. Okay, sir. There you go. You become... No. Sir, let's talk about this. Let's be I said let's be reasonable. Give me something good. That isn't going to take me forever. Just so we know, right? I've now broken this 3 times for this guy. The other one, if I look at here times mined or... Let's see times used. Can I find lectern in here? Is used what I want? Or will I be looking for something else? Yeah, let's try used. Lecterns. Where would one find a lectern? There it is. It took me 125. Let's say 3 times now, 122. Maybe I had broken it 5 other times. It took me 115 at least times of placing a lectern before I got that mending. You, sir, need to be better than that, and that you're not being better than that. I think I literally placed 2 more lecterns after I cut the clip, and looting 3, I'll take that. Looting 3 is not a bad enchantment. Let's lock you into place. Get rid of that. And I made a mistake. Mistakes were made. Really? Really? Come on. Yeah, okay, you shoot to there. Let's try that again. Is everything set up correctly? There we go. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen. Of course it's raining. I apologize for the noise. Zombies, say hello to my first 2 librarians. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, my friends, that's basically the gist of it. I've got a mending librarian, which is exactly what I wanted. I can put that on a whole bunch of tools now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zombify him down until I can get that stuff for really, really cheap. Probably 3 or 4 zombifications. And I'll bring you guys back once I've got it on some tools and we can actually mend stuff. Now with an absolute ton of mending books, these are all mending books, I definitely have enough to at the very least put it on all of my tools for the time being, and then we can stop worrying about our tools breaking. Which will be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for that time. For the time being, I do not think that I'm going to be putting mending on any of this armor. I think I'm going to make a fresh, clean set of armor, and we're just going to make it perfect from the get-go, brand spanking new, right? Yeah, and then somewhere down the line, once we have an elytra and I can do good exploring, a lot of exploring, we'll collect all of the armor trims, and on that set, I will put the perfect, my favorite armor trims and stylings and colors and things, and that'll just be the final great armor. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea. For the time being though, I've got a whole bunch of tools here that need, amongst other things, mending, right? Not all of these tools are perfect. This one doesn't have efficiency 5 on it yet, but I think for now I'm gonna put mending on them all, and we will then, once we've got all of our villagers, all of our librarians in place, I'll come back and I'll see which of these tools still need a bit of an upgrade. Okay, that should now be mending on all of them. Yes, that is gorgeous. That's beautiful. Now, I'm going to put the rest of these mending books in a chest over here, meant for enchantments, enchanted books, you know? I made it before I had any, but there it is. And let's see. I'm going to sift through my inventory a little bit and see which of these tools are vital right now. And I'm only going to worry about repairing them for the time being, because I really want to keep this episode moving. We need to get some stuff done. And voila, my friends, I have fully mended tools. That's beautiful. I did also put mending on my sword, which I forgot to do. I completely forgot about the sword, I don't know why. But it has mending, it has been repaired, and I feel ready to go again. However, as you guys can probably tell by the music that's playing, you're not coming with me. I'm gonna go get gold, a lot of gold, while you guys watch this fantastic time-lapse of me building the library behind me. Oh man, that took a while. And we're not done. No, the little bit of the time lapse that you have seen so far took 2 hours to do. I know, And that doesn't include me pausing the time lapse in between to go and grab some more resources out of the storage room. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, 2 hours of active building. And it doesn't really look like a whole lot just yet. I will admit, I know, I agree with you all, but I like where it's going, right? We've got the red and the white, which I think contrasts nicely without being as stark as the red and the black, which makes this whole building look very, very dark and heavy and almost ominous. Until we get to the top, which you'll see in the next time-lapse portion, which will come in a bit, but I need to take a break. My brain's a little fried, 2 hours non-stop. Hoo-wee. So, why did I stop? Aside from me needing to just catch my breath and get going again, you saw me put in full windows here in the front. I didn't put in the glass, but I did have upside down diorite stairs in the top. And then I realized that I really wanted to add buttresses, these things, right? These flying buttresses that are like little side towers away from the building and that lean up against the building. And in architecture, in real Gothic architecture, they help really tall walls stay upright without having to make those walls incredibly thick. So I knew I wanted these flying buttresses to be on this side on the land and you could walk underneath them, and I'm probably gonna hang lanterns or something from them. And then here we'll have an entrance into the upper level of this building. But wanting to be able to do that meant that I had to do that first, because they had to be a certain height. I couldn't have this sitting here, for example. That would just make this road completely impassable. So I had to build these 3 flying buttresses first and lean them over, and that immediately showed me that, okay, my white walls are not tall enough, which I'm not against. I think it'll make the whole building look less ground heavy by making it taller, making it slimmer, sleeker, more lightweight. I think that'll work wonderfully. So if we increase the height of these walls by 4 blocks, I'm thinking, maybe 3, but probably 4, I think that'll make a very big difference. And then my windows can change as well. And then I had to put them on this side. These buttresses, probably 40 minutes of those 2 hours was spent building these 3 tiny little 3x3 towers. My friends, they take a surprisingly long time to figure out. Once I figured out the first one, I could build the second one quite quickly and easily. And then I built the third one, and you probably saw me take it down in that time lapse again, because I was an idiot. I only put it 1 block away from that one, whereas all of the others have been 2 blocks away. So I had to rip it down and build it from scratch. Yay! Now while I have your attention and we're taking a break, I want to grab my Fortune 3 pickaxe real quick. And this is what I found when I went to the mesa to get gold. Now I didn't get a whole lot of gold, which I'm kind of disappointed by. Underneath most of that mesa, you know, the one that's over that side, it's just a dripstone cave, which overrides the gold spawning in the mesa. So I got a massive amount of copper, a good amount of coal, but not a whole lot of gold, unfortunately. So I don't even know if this is going to be enough for all of the conversions we got to do today. I might have to go back to that cave for some more gold. But right now I'm going to take some time, pillar up, and fortune all of this gold, make some more golden apples, and then we'll get back to that time lapse. Nope, that is not acceptable right there. But that is much better. That is fantastic. I am so blown away at how well this turned out. Aside from, the path and the steps and things, I still need to fix that, and I will fix that while I go about moving in villagers. But first, wow. I am over the moon. So incredibly happy. I very rarely get an opportunity to just sit and spend 6 hours straight working on a build in Minecraft. No interruptions, nothing, just me and Minecraft. My friends, I haven't had this much fun playing this game in a very long time, and I am so glad that we managed to do this. This is fantastic. I love it. It looks really, really good. Let me show you around on the inside real quick. I've got a whole lot of stations to put librarians in. How many is this? 10 right here in the front foyer. And if we come up this way here in the back, which has its own entrance, by the way, I've got 13 more. So that's 23 places for librarians. It's not quite the 30 that I had intended initially. But I mean, there is also this whole space that I was thinking of just turning into a library space, a reading nook, lots of bookshelves and benches and things, and I might still do that. But if by the end of this episode, that's not happening today, by the way, I'm spent. 6 hours straight, I'm spent. I'm not doing anything more creative today. But if by the end of this episode, I've moved in all of these villagers, all 23, and there are still some pivotal enchantments that we're missing, I might consider expanding into these top spaces in the next episode or so. I need to go and sleep. But I am so incredibly happy with this build, my friends. It looks fantastic. Llamas! Steven, what do you guys think? Yeah, look at Steven. He's just sitting here admiring it through the trees. I know, isn't it fantastic? Yeah, he loves it. Alright, I think I've got the whole minecart railway system in place to move our first guy. So let's put you there, let's do that. And this one over here, our mending villager, they haven't reset because they don't have access to workstations, even though it has been 50 days. Exactly, 50 Minecraft days since I put you guys up here. I am so sorry. Anyway, I think we're ready. Mending villager first, so let's send him off and let's go have a look, see if I've got him going to the right place and if I've got enough powered rails for the momentum to last. So far so good. Yeah. Okay, looks like he's in the right place. Chiseled bookshelves, I don't think I've explained it yet, but I can put a couple of his books in there or whatever. And now the question is, if I break his minecart, where are you going to end up, sir? I want you to end up right there. Do we understand each other? I don't want you to end up here. I don't want you to end up on this rail. I want you, sir, look at me. Madam, I apologize. I want you to end up right there. I'm glad we could understand each other. That was beautifully done. Thank you. No, you stay right where you are, madam. There we go. So mending villager here, I'm thinking I'm going to put an unbreaking and an efficiency 5 villager in these two. And they're going to be my 3 first go-to villagers if I ever need to enchant anything, right? Yeah. And then all of the other slots, I'm not going to be very particular about what goes where. I'm just going to put good librarians in all of these slots.
2,000 years later.
And yup. 1, 2. The last of my golden apples gone. And I really wasn't kidding. This is all of the gold I have left to my name. No ores, no nothing. That is all. I have 4 plus this one on the item frame, 5. I can't make any more. And with both of these villagers converted back from being zombies for the third time, moved into place, and traded up all the way to master level, that is going to be where I draw the line for this particular episode. Whew. I'm tired. We're not done. I still have a little bit to do. And of the 23 librarian slots I had, I have filled 20 of them. I've got 7 of them down here, don't mind the books left to despawn. And up here I've got 13 of them in place. Some of them are really, really good, like this one, or even this one. Curse of Binding, not so great, but the other 3 are grand. Meanwhile, there are others like these last 2 that just came in that are not so great. I mean, double channeling, really? Is that all you offer me? Really? Unfortunately, there are a couple of enchantments that I do not have yet. Only 7 of the 30 odd, so that's not too bad. It is unfortunate though that of the 7 that I don't have, Smite and Protection. Not to be seen at all, not even a Smite or Protection 1, nothing of the sorts. And while I do have these 2 ready to go, they've been locked in, they are a projectile protection 4 and a blast protection 4. Neither of which I have yet, so I decided to lock them in. The others I am still missing is loyalty, piercing, and quick charge. Neither of which I'm particularly desperate to get. But again, I'm completely out of gold. No more whatsoever, and I think we are well over time for this video, not just in how long it's running, as I don't quite know how long that is yet, I haven't edited any of it together, but also in how long it's taken me to record all of this. I need to start editing, because I've only got a couple of evenings left before it needs to go live. Which means, my friends, that for the time being I am going to clear out, at the very least, the outside of this to a point, because I need to prep this building for a thumbnail. Beautiful shot where I'm going to turn on shaders and all of that wonderful jazzy things. And while I go about cleaning this up, my friends, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's some of the most fun I've had making a video in a long time. Some of the most fun I've had playing Minecraft in a long time. And this is probably one of my favorite aesthetic builds that I have ever built. At least in a long time. So I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give me that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe. The llamas are commenting, they've got a lot to say, you should be too. My friends, until next time, I hope you have an absolutely brilliant one.